Well, the Harmony Goal podcast was created to give listeners positive ways to help people in need, be of service, and in return, bring more harmony to the world. Well, joining me this morning is the host of this very special podcast, Tom Dearth. Tom, it's so good to have you.
It's a delight to see you.
We've had so many phone conversations, and we finally have you here in studio. Tell me about the Harmony podcast. Ever since I chatted with you, it's really stayed in my mind about the amazing things people do.
Well, one of the things I wanted to be able to take something about a spotlight on people who are doing really great things out there. It's just, and there's so many people doing wonderful things that we just don't hear about.
That is absolutely true. And as a matter of fact, in the office last week, we were just saying, we really were commending people who turn something that's happened in their life, whether it's tragic or traumatic, and they do something very inspiring with it.
Right.
Like, how do you do that? Because I find it remarkable, but it's tough too.
Oh, absolutely. And one of the reasons I started this whole thing was because, to be really honest, I was finding myself getting really depressed because in the news, all you hear about is shootings, wars, political rivalries, and that sort of thing. And I thought, what can we do? What can one person do? What can one person do to do anything? And so I went to my favorite place to release all that sort of thing, and that's journaling. In the process of journaling, what can I do? What can one person do? The word harmony kept coming up. And it was like day after day after day, and I'm going, all right, what am I supposed to do with this harmony thing? And I thought maybe help people create more harmony in the world. And how do you do that? And as one person, I think so many people right now are just saying, I feel helpless. I don't know what to do. And yet there is so much that we can do. When I started writing down the things that I could do as one person, I found that you could mow someone's lawn, you could visit a shut-in. There's so many things. Just bring a smile to someone's face.
It really is one of those things that we need to be doing, and it's beneficial for everyone. Now, let's talk about the podcast. Who do you feature in your podcast, and how do you come across them?
Well, one of the things that I started doing is I did one podcast of my own at the very beginning because I wasn't sure what I was doing, and it was all about what can one person do. And then all of a sudden friends were telling me, well, you should talk to, and you should talk to, and here's somebody who's doing this, here's somebody who's doing that. And that began to spread, so that I began to get names of people and contacting them. And I would do is I would call them and talk to them about what they were doing. And I was amazed, absolutely amazed at how much is being done out there. And I felt like I was finally doing something that could change, to put a smile on somebody's face.
Absolutely. And those who have listened to the podcast, what do you think you have learned from interviewing some of your guests?
Well, one of the things I learned is that, as you were mentioning before, some people take horrible situations and turn them around to positive.
That's amazing.
And it truly is. I mean, people creating fundraisers for like the fire victims. One of the people I interviewed was Hazel Miller, and she talked about, calling bands, and within a week she had enough bands together to feed the people that were putting out the fires. And it was mind-boggling, the amount of stuff that she was doing there. There are organizations out there that are taking seniors to doctor's appointments. You call, they'll pick you up, take you to that doctor's appointment. There are situations out there where it is just amazing to me to see the number of organizations that are feeding hungry people. I cannot imagine going to bed hungry.
Right.
I cannot imagine that.
That's tough.
And yet there's so many people that do, and places like the Action Center that are helping organizations, feeding people, clothing people, helping people with their rents and that sort of thing. It just goes on and on and on. And the more I do that, the more I get people contacting me saying, here's somebody else you could talk to. So we have several episodes out there that if anybody's sitting there saying, what could I do? All they need to do is listen and get ideas, and they will be blown away at how much can be done.
Absolutely. Yeah. There is a lot, and there's still a lot of need, but our community is wonderful when it comes to coming together and helping, and that's another thing that we definitely need to highlight. Well, Tom, thank you so much for being with us today. It's a pleasure to finally have you here in studio, and we are going to certainly collaborate more with you.
And I would love to encourage people to donate to those people, and even to our podcast, keep us on the air, that sort of thing. So, but people could do it by the pocketbook also.
I love it. Thank you so much, Tom. And here is more info on how you can listen and bring more harmony into the world. Tune into the podcast and learn more by visiting the website. It's theharmonygoal.com.